we're on the small island of Palatia, which is just opposite the main town of Naxos called Portara, and it's linked by this little walkway. But in ancient times, this island was a standalone island. It wasn't linked to the mainland. And we're here because the most iconic landmark of Naxos is here, and that is this gate that you can see, which is the sort of the only remaining bit of an unfinished 6th century BC temple that was dedicated to Apollo. It was to be grand and to rival the temple of Olympian Zeus in Athens and the temple of Hera on the island of Samos, but unfortunately it was left unfinished. And what remains is this gate, which was the entrance of the temple. And each of these, the sides of this gate, are massive marble bits, weigh 20 tons each. You can see here the island, this is at the one edge of the island, and the Hora, the main town opposite, with its Venetian castle. In the distance, you can see the island of Paros, and from where we stand now, there are some of the best sunsets of Naxos. The ancient Greeks built their temples to the gods and goddesses depending sort of on the god or goddess's characteristics. So they built them in spots which reflected those characteristics. So this temple, dedicated to Apollo, who was the god of light, among other things, stood at a spot that had sun the entire day. It's got, as I said, this wonderful sunset in the distance, and today it's the first thing that visitors coming to Naxos will see up on this little island of Palatia here as they come into the harbor. So it really is an iconic landmark, and it's the first thing that any information about Naxos or any tour books or sites will show you. And it's just got a wonderful view across the bay there to the island of Paros, and then the main town in the distance behind us. A telltale sign that an ancient temple or structure was unfinished are these bits of protruding marble that you can see at the top there. There's some on the bottom as well. This is where these bits of marble were quarried at a local marble quarry here on Naxos. Then they were roughly hewn, transported here, put up, and then finished in situ, which means right here on the site. So the last thing that would have happened would be that these bits were shaved off. This is where the ropes and pulleys would have been wrapped around to hoist them into position. And so the last thing what they would do is cut them off and finish them off.